Hello, I'm Cinder, and this is the Aftermath. The creepypasta I shall be reading you today is called Dreamcatcher. I would have never known if I had not seen it with my own eyes. The Dreamcatcher. Not the things we hang in our windows, those awful summer camp craft projects made of sticks and ropes and feathers and such. No, the Dreamcatcher, who nobody has dared to see, imagine, or come to understand. To call it a person would be an insult to all things real. Then again, it is real as people claim. More so the children. You see, I had lost my child many years ago, lost in the true sense to the unknown, as he played in the woods behind our cabin in the rural hills of Marie. A place so remote we typically went months during the winter, sheltered in our modest log cabin, living off the earnings we had saved through the summer on rations and supplies we stocked in the fall. It all happened one cold and crisp autumn day. One of the last few of the children of his age could go out and play before the winter confined us. He begged me to let him go outside, knowing that once winter came, he would have little or no chance to run and play. Understanding this, I allowed it. I was not worried for strangers, as there was none to worry about. I was preparing some food we would need preserved for the upcoming solitude, as he exited the house for the last time. After about an hour or so, I failed to hear the distant sounds of childlike imagination. Being brought to life by stick swords and tree monsters, I looked out the window and saw nothing. My son, no stranger to wander off, prompted me to grab my coat and go searching. About 5 minutes of calling his name, "Charlie! Charlie! Charlie!" I began to panic. 3 weeks, 5 police searches, and 2 helicopter flyovers later, the storm hit. Charlie was lost, and all efforts to search were called off. I was alone. I had nothing to comfort my thoughts but the chance that somehow, some way, he was still alive. Out there, somewhere, chance like a candle in a hurricane. Then the dreams began. At first, they woke me. Blurred visions of being half awake, not so much for the sight of sounds. Charlie calling for me, only to come to my senses and plunge back into despair. More than once I thought of ending it all, but that fucking candle would not go out. I could only think of one worse fate than the loss of my son. That would be to leave the world only to have him return. I could not let that happen. I had to know. A few weeks later, the dreams became more and more lucid. I could now see Charlie, but not how I remember. Almost a ghost, transparent, but unlike a ghost, all gray, muted. He was golden, almost like a light bulb through a piece of parchment. He called for me. I'm here with the Dreamcatcher." And I now had a new tormentor, my own mind. It was now March, and the weather finally broke. An entire winter of merciless wind and snow, piled high, well above the edges of the roof, the remnants of the worst winter anyone could ever recall. I needed to go out. Months of dreaming and pacing and planning. What would I do? Where would I go? Nobody to calm me already shaking nerves. Nothing to keep me grounded. Was I mad? Perhaps. But nothing would stop me from trying. I packed up all I could carry, knowing I wouldn't find my boy in any state, or die trying. The first day trek carried me deep into the forest. I spent a good week, or what seemed like it, wandering further into the unknown. I had no sense of direction, or care for that anyways. After all, I was searching for something that had no location. Each gust of wind brought me in a new direction, a faint whisper, "I'm here, I'm here." Was it real, or just the coolness of my own dreams? At this point I did not care. I had nothing to lose. Then I saw it. Or, more so, him. my son, not the boy I had known, I had grown up all these years, running and playing a full life. No, this was what was left. Hung between two trees by hands and feet was the skin of my child, pulled taut and hardened by the wintry blissed snow. As I approached, the sun shone behind me, creating the warmest glow I had ever seen, fiery gold piercing through the holes where his eyes and nose and mouth were. I stumbled, devoid all my energy, to face him. As I wept, knowing he was gone, and in the cruelest way, a gentle breeze blew in my direction. His eye softened and bowed in the breeze, filling his empty shell with form. The wind whispered through his mouth, I'm here with the dreamcatcher. Author, just chicken he.